You're watching
Mga kaibigan sa buong mundo, Pinoy World tayo, magsama-sama tayo. Pinoy World, joining sa ating ito. Pinoy World, Pino pride in the big T.O. This is our world, Pinoy World. This is our world, Pinoy World.
Hi, I'm here with the flight attendants from PAL, and what are your names?
My name's Mai.
Maggie. And I'm Riza.
Mai, Maggie, and Riza. Well, welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
Thank
Now, you girls have a special name, and what is that name?
We're known as Charisma Girls.
Charisma Girls. Why the Charisma Girls?
Well, it's the company's name for the chosen ones.
Because we are like
Very
PAL
charismatic.
ambassadors. We represent Philippine Airlines in events. Like here, there's a launching for Manila-Toronto non-stop direct flight. So we represent the cabin crew of Philippine Airlines.
So, the Charisma Girls are the official representatives,
Yes, we
Um,
are sort of the face of PAL.
the face of PAL. Very nicely said. Now, how long have you girls been representatives for PAL?
Since March of this year.
Since March of this year. And it's your first time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Did you have to go to school to become a flight attendant?
Definitely.
Yes.
Philippine Airlines requires their flight attendants to take 4 years degree in college now.
Then after that, when applying, we undergo 2 months of training to become flight attendants.
So 2 months that's in Manila?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So where have you flown so far?
Well, 3 of us are domestic flight attendants, but Riza is currently undergoing training, so she's gonna be flying to the international routes
Okay.
Maybe next
soon.
But you all first start as domestic?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
very
Eventually,
nice.
we get upgraded to international.
Now, how often do you girls fly?
We fly.
It depends.
Yeah.
They give us a schedule a month before for the following month, and then so we know all the flights that we have for the month and also the off that we have.
Okay, so you get your schedule a month in advance. And is it daily or twice a day, twice a week, 3
Okay,
times a
we
week?
can fly maximum of 6 days in a week, or maximum straight 6 days. And after that, there is a required rest period. So you get to fly 6 times, and then maybe 20 days in a month.
20 days in a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of a lot. How does this affect your personal lives?
Well, it doesn't really affect.
Well, our longest flight is like an hour and a half, so
we have a lot of free time.
Domestic.
we have a lot of free time.
So you have a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm.
And you girls are married or single or
Single.
Single.
single?
Because it's required upon application that you are single without dependent. So we're all singles now.
Okay. So you're all singles now.
Yes, of course we want to have family sometime.
Yes, yes.
Soon.
Eventually, 3 years from now.
Okay. And when you decide on having a family, are you still able to become a flight attendant or be a flight attendant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's a personal preference.
Okay.
Because of course there's priorities. Being a flight attendant, of course, if for international, you go to destinations and then you stay there for a week or long.
Right.
So it's hard because you have a family and you live there in the Philippines. I think it's a personal preference and matter of priorities. So we'll see. We'll see. As of the moment, we're single. It's okay now.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's great that you guys have your whole future ahead of you, and you're taking great steps on what you want to do. Yes. Well, anything with PAL that's happening other than flying nonstop from Manila to Toronto? Will you guys be coming back here?
Definitely.
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 For vacation, or hopefully soon we get to fly
We get
here
to fly
as
here.
crew.
Oh, that's very nice
Working.
because next year they're going to have nonstop daily flights
Daily
from
flights.
Manila to Toronto.
So,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and maybe girls will be on one of those flights.
Yes.
Yes, and then you can experience more winter
Yes.
And maybe
more
summer.
snow.
and maybe summer.
And maybe summer.
It is your first time enjoying the winter.
Yes.
Yes, first time see snow.
Yes.
It's my first time to see
Your first
snow.
time. Your first time.
my first.
No.
No, not your first time. Where did you go before?
I was born in Germany, so
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
you've seen
you
snow
know a
before.
lot.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right, all right. Well, I do want to thank you, Charisma Girls, the flight attendants for PAL, Philippine Airlines, for doing a special interview here on Pinoy World. Bye.
Thank you.
We're the Charisma Girls of Philippine Airlines, and you're watching Pinoy World.
Mabuhay! Thank you for choosing Philippine Airlines, Asia's first airline. Before settling down, please put your bags in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. Don't stand on your seat. Seats are for sitting, remember? To put your bags in the overhead compartment, please use the stepboard beside your seat. It's okay. Sit back and relax. We're just going to show you a few things that'll make your flight a safe and comfortable travel experience. Now, take the time to check the safety card in front of you. Excellent. You'll notice that the card is full of interesting pictures and instructions. These are designed to help you better understand the aircraft's safety features, so in case of an emergency, you'll know what to do. About your seatbelt. It may look simple, but in case we experience turbulence, this will keep you safe and free from harm. Simply insert the metal end into the buckle until you hear a click and pull the loose end to tighten. To open, lift top of the buckle. It is Philippine Airlines policy that you should always fasten your seatbelt whenever seated. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, please remove any sharp objects from your body. In case of a water landing, your life vest is found under your seat or inside your center console. Slip the life vest over your head and bring the belt around your waist and push end to buckle. To inflate the vest, pull down the two inflation cords at the bottom or through the mouth tube by blowing to increase air or pushing pin inward to release air. At night, pull the tab attached to the battery to activate the lamp if it does not light automatically. You must not inflate your life vest while inside the aircraft. Should there be a rapid change in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will automatically drop from its compartment above you. Place it over your nose and mouth. Pull the elastic band for a snug fit. Note that oxygen flows even if the bag is not inflated. Then breathe normally. If a child or other passengers around you need assistance, make sure you put your own mask first before offering help. Now, let's talk about the emergency exits. You'll notice there are path markings along the aisle. They all lead to exit doors. To find out where the doors are in this aircraft, take a look around you. The nearest exit may be behind you. So, how are we doing so far? Whoa! The airplane is a big non-smoking zone. It is Philippine Civil Aviation regulation that smoking is strictly prohibited inside the plane. And speaking of good conduct, please be reminded that whenever using the lavatory, please throw your garbage at the trash bin and don't forget to flush. Before we take off, please ensure that your seat is in an upright position, your footrest stowed, your tray table up, your seatbelt securely fastened. Oh, and please be reminded that all electronic devices must be turned off at this time so as not to interfere with the aircraft systems. Now that you're ready, relax and be fully comfortable. On behalf of Philippine Airlines, we wish you a pleasant flight.
Hi, I'm here with Felix Cruz, the Vice President of Philippine Airlines. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you. I feel cold, but it's nice. Nice and crispy.
Well, thank you for joining us here on Pinoy World.
Thank you.
This isn't your first time in Toronto.
It's my third time. It's my third time. But I used to live in Montreal, so I'm familiar with the cold.
It's a very, very proud time to be Filipino here in Toronto because the Philippine Airlines has just launched its international flight straight from the Philippines to Toronto. Can you tell us a little bit more of when the first flight was and a little bit about the company?
Well, the first flight was last November 30, Friday, and that's when we took the flight. It was for 15 hours non-stop. We departed at around 3 in the afternoon, and we got here at around a little past 4. And on the return, the flight will go to Vancouver to refuel and also to take up some passengers, and then non-stop to Manila. It will be every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. But starting early next year, it will be daily. 4 more flights will operate, but there will all be via Vancouver on the way and also on the way back. So 3 non-stops from Manila to Vancouver and 4 with stop to Vancouver. But all 7 will be returning to Manila via Vancouver.
Okay.
All the airplanes that will be used are 777s, the Boeing 777, which is an extended range, which can really fly that far,
yes.
You know, that long.
Long distances.
Yes.
The trip coming to Toronto from Manila, it only takes 15 hours.
15 hours, yes.
How about going back to the Philippines?
Well, there's the reason why it can do non-stop because the wind is pushing it forward. But on the return, the wind is pushing it backwards. So it will take a longer time. I would assume it will be around 5 hours from Montreal to Toronto to Vancouver, and another flying time of about 12, plus the stopover. I would assume it will be 17 to 18 hours. Yeah.
That's pretty quick still.
Still okay than
Yes.
than stopping and changing airplanes and and waiting at the airports.
Philippine Airlines, when was it founded and by who?
Well, it's a 71-year-old airline.
Okay.
That's why we call ourselves as Asia's first airline. We were ahead of Singapore Airlines, Japan Airlines. As a matter of fact, some of the pilots of Japan Airlines used to train with Philippine Airlines. It was established by the Soriano Group, which is the founders of San Miguel Corporation. And it's now, again, San Miguel Corporation invested in Philippine Airlines just 6 months ago. That's why we have an infusion of funds, which is now making it possible for us to refleet. We are in the refleeting mode, modernizing, and after the Airbuses, we will be acquiring maybe other long-range airplanes. So a total of 100 airplanes is the plan.
So a total of 100 airplanes that will be traveling daily starting beginning of next year.
Yes.
Well, that was awesome for all of you Filipinos out there that want to go fly back home. Check it out. Philippine Airlines, and thank you so much for doing this special interview.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, and I hope our friends, our Filipino friends from Canada, will be able to experience our flight, and we'll tell everybody that it's a fantastic experience. When you step into the airplane, it's like home. You can speak Tagalog, you eat Filipino food, and there are flights that we have also Filipino movies. Yes.
So you won't even miss any of your Filipino teleserias or movies when you fly with PAL. Now, thank you so much.
Thank you, Warren.
This is a world, Pinoy world. This is a world, Pinoy world.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure and a great opportunity for me to be able to be with you tonight. Well, in my column, Straight from the Heart, well, you can find that column in some of the Filipino newspapers here in Canada. I said that I can never imagine that it has already been a year ago. Yes, exactly a year ago. But I'm not referring to this day in November, frosty and foggy morning in November. Neither the vanishing of leaves or the autumn leaves, but I'm referring to the day when we started our crusade to lift the Philippines from the healthcare barriers. I'm talking about our advocacy of reaching out to the vast majority of Filipinos to be able for us to help in uplifting the pathetic healthcare condition in our country. Yes, it has already been a year ago. And during this time of the year, I was able, and I'm lucky, to be able to have a chance of talking to brown-skinned Filipinos like you and me across Canada. We went to as far as the east and to the west, and I was able to talk to our kababayans. And some stories were told, some may differ from one another. There was this woman who, in order to be able to help their families, have to leave the infant child under somebody else's care in order to take care of somebody here in Canada. I heard the voice of determination in the contract workers whom he dreamed of nothing else but to bring their loved ones or his loved ones here in Canada in order to fulfill his Canadian dream. And there was this woman, this lady, who upon reaching Canada had to do with herself to console herself upon hearing the death of her mother back home. So those were the sacrifices that were made by our kababayans. But no matter how stories were told, no matter how diverse their experiences and predicaments are, there is only one thing that keeps us going. And there is only one thing that is longed for by our heart, and that is to go back to our country, to one country we hold dear, to go back to one destination, the Philippines.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat na nandito ngayon tayo sa isang pagpupulong at isang pagpapaliwanag tungkol sa ICS program na itinalaga dito ng IMS Manila at saka ICS dito sa Canada. Alam po, marami po nagtatanong sa atin, ano ba ang ICS company na nagbigay dito ng isang magandang halimbawa na tungo sa ikabubuti ng mga kalusugan na minamahal natin sa Pilipinas. At kaya naman po at napatunayan na po natin mula ng 1 taon at magdadalawang taon na po natin na ginagawa itong ICS company na ito, ay malaki na po ang ating natutulungan ng mga kababayan tungo sa kalusugan at kalusugan sa ating mga minamahal sa Pilipinas. Ating mahal sa buhay, ina natin, tatay natin, at ating mga anak. So sa katunayan po, ay lumalaganap na po, katulad po ng mga karamdaman sa Pilipinas na hindi natin inaasahan dadating, ayan po ang isang hadlang upang ito mapagbigyan natin ang ating mga minamahal sa buhay, na ito po ang tangi lamang makakatulong na ICS dito sa Canada. 700 po tayong Pilipino dito na nasa abroad, at yan po ay ating pinapalaganap kung gaano po ang ating para may tulong po natin sa ating mga manggagawa at hindi man sa manggagawa at lahat ng ating mga kababayan na nandito sa abroad. Kaya po ang ICS natin, ang ICS company ay atin pong ipalaganap sa hindi pa nagkakaroon ng ikangay kaalaman upang sila ay ating mahikayat na makaano ng ICS program na ito na ating ginagawa dito sa Canada. At ito po ay sinisiguro din natin at ginagarantiya natin sa lahat ng mga membro at hindi pa membro na ating hikayatin sila upang wag natin pabayaan sa panahon ng kagipit at karamdaman ng ating mga mahal sa buhay sa Pilipinas. Maraming pong salamat.
This
Welcome to the beautiful Samar in the Philippines. This is the Cagsawa Ruins. The remnants of the 18th century Franciscan church, the Cagsawa Church, built in 1724, was destroyed by an eruption from the Mayon volcano in 1814. They are considered symbolic of the dangers of living in close proximity from the Mayon volcano. The ruins are currently protected in a park and are one of the most popular tourist destinations in the area. The local kids are great swimmers and love to dive off of the ferries that are leaving the port.
Dito tayo sa Port of Matnog. Thank you, Philippines.
Samar, formerly known as Western Samar, lies southeast of Luzon and occupies the northernmost section of eastern Visayas. It is separated from Luzon on the north by San Bernardino Strait and from Leyte on the southwest by the narrow San Juanico Strait. It is bounded on the east by the Pacific Ocean and on the south by the Leyte Gulf and on the west by the Samar Sea. Look at all those palm trees. Fishing and agriculture are the major economic activities of this beautiful province. The statue in the middle of the sea is the patron saint of Labezares. This time of day in the season, it's a low tide, where you can actually walk on the bottom of the sea. Samar province is hilly, with mountain peaks ranging from 200 to 800 meters high, while smaller lowlands in Samar are to be found in the Calbayog area. Wow, the water is so crystal clear. Residents of Samar are mostly Waray, the sixth largest cultural linguistic group in the country. Look at him climb. He's climbing to get a coconut. Be careful. Watch out. Look out, here it comes.
That coconut water looks so delicious. Well, I get to enjoy mine. The main way of transportation through water is taking a bangka. Samar still has some of the largest remaining unfragmented lowland tropical rainforests in the Philippines. We're taking a bangkas through the very calm water. I'm not sure what that is, but it might be a washroom. Thank you for joining me in beautiful Samar.